Who's? Marty Ray.
Here it is, boys.
Good, man.
The legendary, built in 1961, Fame Studios with Muscle Shoals. Have you heard of it?
Two bass players.
I have heard of it.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh, dearest Gordon. The keyboard selection at the old studio, what do they have, Gordon?
Well, they've got a really awesome Wurlitzer. It's one of the old ones, you know.
Yes.
It sounds amazing. It's been on a bunch of hit records.
Can you imagine how many hit records these things been on?
And when the first time I played it, I played "I'll Take You There." You know,
Damn.
Staples. You know.
You think Barry played this one?
Yeah,
bet
I know he did.
Sure he did.
Yeah,
What's this piano? Old Yamaha?
yeah. And it's a little bright. You got to be real careful how hard you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing a Southern rock thing, I don't know much
The hell
about
do you
piano, but
He likes to hit it hard.
Brandon is bringing us down here. He's producing a project for who?
Ty Myers.
Ty Myers, yeah. He's big on the YouTubes. Or the social media.
Young ladies love him.
The young ladies love him.
he's big everywhere.
He's big everywhere.
Have you worked here before, Seth?
That's
Seth
the
is
first
our
time.
illustrious
First time working
engineer. How do you like the smell?
It's vintage.
It's very vintage.
It does. It
Built
smells
in
like an old
1961.
Yeah, it's
It
exciting.
shares the same mold.
Okay, so musical question, Gordon.
Yeah, what's that? What'd you say?
Musical question. Okay, if I go over to this piano,
Yeah.
at what point is it too low to play a third? Where's the crack?
I would not play it there.
Okay, what about here? B.
I probably wouldn't play it there.
How about-
I would say D and F sharp. There you go.
That's as low as you go on a third?
I mean, yeah.
What about C sharp?
That's questionable. But, I mean, you know, I wouldn't hold it against you.
You wouldn't do this?
No, I wouldn't. No, it's just too muddy.
Too muddy. And this is too muddy?
You're getting, the C is, I mean, you know, it's questionable. But, yeah, it's a little, murky.
Murky. I know you don't like party tricks, but Gordon, what are these 5 notes?
Well, you've got an F sharp in there. You got the C. You got the C sharp. You got the E and the F, I believe.
Yes, you got them all 5. Amazing. And where's the break on this piano, Gordon? Let me show you.
There. Yep.
Right there? That's the break. You know about the break, Brandon?
No.
Every piano has a break.
What's that mean?
Tell him, Gordon.
It's just where the chain. Yeah, the B flat. Yeah, it's chord. I mean,
It's chord.
yeah.
It's where it goes to a different string arrangement. right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out a way in layman's terms to try and say. But
In
yeah.
other words, we're dumbasses.
Exactly. No.
It goes from 3 strings to 2 strings, or
Yeah,
2
two to three.
3 to 2.
3, yeah, 3 to 2.
Okay. Do all pianos break in the same spot?
Yep.
Okay. Did you know that, Bruce?
No, I did not. I do now, though.
Bruce,
He's a steel
I have a
player. He's got
question.
a lot on his plate.
I have a question that I've been dying to ask you. Bruce is a legendary pedal steel player, and there's been an ancient war that has gone on since the beginning of recorded music, sonically,
Right.
between the pedal steel and the Hammond B3.
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? Let's start with the engineer. What's the war between the B3 and the pedal steel sonically?
I mean, they're the same timbre, if you will.
So it's very easy for them to get mishmashed into competing
Frequencies.
I think it's
frequencies.
the soldier's fault.
How do you mean?
Well, I think that a good Hammond player and a good musician will sit there and be listening to what the steel players do and vice versa, and they'll stay out of each other's
Gordon.
way.
Yeah.
I'll try to do
But
Yeah.
everybody, there's a lot of Hammond owners, or a lot of organ owners in town. that
Organ
like to
donor.
like to take a big handful of notes, and it doesn't matter what anything else is going
Yeah,
on. But you know,
yeah.
Gordon will sit there and hang on one note.
What are your thoughts about the war between the B3 and the pedal steel?
I think you listen to what the steel players do, and especially somebody like Bruce with his great musical taste, and he, it's it's a dance. We just do a dance, and we weave in and out, and we both are listening to each other. And I don't think we ever really compete. I think we find a way to make it all work.
Less is more, right?
Always.
Always more. Is it anything to do with the rotary effect, or is it just the?
Oh, well, that makes it worse. When the rotary comes on, then the pitch is bad. It's hard enough keeping the steel in tune,
Right. And what if you start using a rotary? Then it all goes to hell.
Well, then we could really make some bad music.
It's when they're both in the
Is there
low
any
register
other?
is where they
Sorry to
start,
cut you off.
That's
You were
okay.
saying?
when they're both in the low registers.
Okay.
There,
Right in that
that's
range.
when they start getting.
I have
upset with
this
each other.
this old thought that I've been thinking. I've said this many times. You might have heard me say it. For some reason, Hammond B3 is the instrument that can be way too loud in the mix and nobody will say anything. It's the one instrument that could be twice as loud as it's supposed to be in the mix and nobody will say anything.
I know a couple of people.
How does it get away with that? Why is it okay for the organ to be so loud in the mix?
Well, it just all depends on who's mixing.
Right. Have you noticed that, Gordon?
If it's a steppenwolf record, then you gotta
Runaway
have-
organ? Yeah, okay. Anything you want to ask the homeschoolers? Seth is a homeschooler. He's been a homeschooler for a long time. Watches every episode.
I watch all the
Yeah.
episodes.
We all watch.
Yeah.
He always makes comments to me on sessions about what are my best sounding guitars on the homeschooling. What's the best sounding guitar I have?
Gold Les Paul, Gold 57.
Yeah, I agree.
Gold Chop is
I tell you, that amp. What was the amp that you just had a couple days ago?
the line, the 5 one.
Yeah, series lab.
Oh, you like that lab?
That thing sounds great.
I'll bring it to the session.
I like the JC 120.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
I do too.
I like all of them. But I mean, best sounding one is by far the 57.
Okay, good.
To me.
And thank God I didn't bring that for the session.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We wouldn't want to use that.
I brought the old P bass from Mark to play. How do you feel about it?
Daddy like you.
You didn't like it? What do you notice about it?
It's thunder.
No, it's Fender.
You asked. That's the thing I always check, man, is the neck joint, right?
Yeah.
So tight.
You got to feel it in your chest, right?
You gotta feel it.
Acoustically.
I don't plug them in. Yeah.
Yeah, acoustically. You've had some nice basses, Mark.
Still do, I hope.
What are some of your favorite basses that you bought from me?
Oh, the Teddy. No way.
All right, I'll leave
And
you
this
guys
one-
alone. I'll stop.
I will say this: Tom's slide technique, Florida worthy.
Is it really?
Florida worthy for sure.
Well, you would know.
I would know.
Seth is an absolute expert on North Florida slide guitar and
Yes,
Stratocaster.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's all he cares about.
That's it.
When did your obsession with North Florida slide guitar and Stratocaster
I mean,
begin?
pretty much since I was born.
You're a Stevie Ray fan. Stevie Ray
Love
fan.
Stevie Ray, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who else do you love?
Well, I mean, any of the Florida boys.
Name it.
Well, I mean, Dwayne Allman,
Yeah.
of course. Derek Trucks. I used to see Derek Trucks in my hometown when he was probably 11 years old. And he was with Derek and the Dominators, and he would come in from outside. There was a place called the Grand Finales, and he couldn't hang out in there, but he would come inside and he would play his set, and then he would leave.
He was bad back then.
Oh
wasn't
God, he was ridiculously good.
he? Isn't he amazing?
Dude, God Almighty.
Good Lord.
The whole being able just to strike the string and then hit like 3 notes in between, and they're all in tune.
And he's the nicest cat on earth.
I never met him. I just would go watch him
he's
play.
such a sweet guy. Have you met him?
Never met.
Lovely guy. Such a sweetheart.
Intonation.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
he's amazing.
Just amazing intonation.
He's amazing.
Tone.
It's so cool when you see a musician that's that good, that's such a cool person. You just want him to win.
when he plays, I think.
Yeah, he's such a cool dude.
Play personality.
I played a gig one time opening for his band, and he sat on the side of the stage on a road case and watched our entire set, and I was like,
Wow.
it was nerve-wracking.
I bet.
You know, but man, what a sweetheart.
Wow.
Sweet dude. Have you ever played a live gig and been intimidated by someone being there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Have you? Like what?
Jackie Street
Really?
got me the gig and then showed up.
Holy shit. He was a bad motherfucker.
Buddy Emmons,
Buddy Evans?
Oh my gosh.
terrified. My reverb went out.
Oh,
That's bullshit, Bruce.
you should have been using it anyway. Yeah.
Excuses.
Is it true that Buddy used to practice in the pitch dark?
Yeah.
Oh,
case he-
yes,
in
that
case
he
he ever
told
went
me.
I
blind?
started freaking out, thinking, what happens if I go blind?
That's
So,
exactly right. That's what he told
He
me.
practiced in the dark. He used to take his steel to bed with him. Back in the day.
How do
he
you
played
do
it.
that? How do you do that?
Yeah, that sounds
Well,
pretty
back
good.
they were
That sounds
smaller
dangerous.
then, I guess, but but he practiced all the time.
beds.
Gordon, pound for pound, Gordon. Mechanically, technique speaking, who's the most unbelievable piano player you've ever been in a room with? Just the most
Besides you.
mind-numbing, great player you've ever actually sat in a room with.
Man, I don't know. I would say I've been in the room with some giants, that's for sure.
Wouldn't you say that Oscar Peterson's probably the baddest motherfucker that ever walked on
Oh,
stage?
unbelievable. And Thelonious Monk, too.
Yeah, yeah,
Unbelievable. I remember the first time I was in the room with Pig when
Yeah.
he played. It was just thunder. It was amazing.
damn,
First time I was in the room with Steve Nathan.
yeah,
It just freaked me out because I'd heard him on so many records, but to hear it live, just
Yeah,
to
man.
be right there and hear it. Bruce Hornsby,
yeah,
unbelievable. Just like, but I'm a fan. I'm such a fan of
Yeah.
all those guys, you know. And but I'm a fan of all you guys. I mean,
No.
I'm just a fan of great musicians and that's what's so cool about all y'all being my friends. But
We're not
I've
your
been
friends.
I've been a fan of
we're not your friends.
all you guys. Well,
Hey, look who just walked in.
wow.
You're good.
Look back there. Stix.
Oh yeah!
Oh!
Uncle
Party
Stixie,
guitar.
looking skinny, buddy. Damn. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
First bass player you ever saw
What's up, Stix?
in a club or a bar that blew your mind when you were a kid?
Couldn't go to clubs when I was a kid.
Okay.
The first bass player I saw on TV that blew my mind was Bouton White.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Changed my life.
Yeah.
Is
That was
what
like-
made you kind of want to do it?
Oh man, I just started playing with Earth, Wind, and Fire on vinyl.
Yeah.
How about you,
Yeah.
Bruce? First steel player you ever saw that blew your mind when you were a kid?
Well, I saw Rusty Young, which
Yeah.
is amazing. You know, I didn't start
In a club?
No, I saw him not in a club. I didn't see steel players in a club till I walked into the Hunter's Lodge and saw Buddy Charlton playing. When I first started playing steel, I was about 19, 20 years old.
What year do you think that would have been, Bruce, when you
How
saw
old
it?
am I? I think it was 70.
We'll call a union. Find out.
73.
So he could still
We
wear
can't
it.
tell him we're down here.
Right.
Yeah, don't tell me we're down here. Yeah,
He
that's
could
right.
still wear it out. there.
73, but I moved to Nashville. They were all playing, man.
First drummer you ever saw live that fucking blew your mind.
Well, the first concert I ever went to was Yes.
With Alan.
So it was Alan White, and but it was Gary Wright opened for
Oh,
Peter Frampton,
wow.
who opened for Yes.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, Alan, I guess.
Who was the drummer for Gary Wright?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Great question, though.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So, how about you, Brandon? First live music you ever saw that completely changed your life?
I don't know. I'm a good bit younger than you guys. It's
I know.
probably not going to be nearly as impressive.
Was it those Spin Doctors? It was Spin Doctors, right?
No. Oh no.
Who was it?
You know,
Bluegrass? Probably Bluegrass.
No, I tell you who it was. Is the first real concert I went to was a band called Highway 101.
Hell yeah.
And
Paul
they had
Carlson.
and they had Gary Morse playing steel.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
time, and who I still love very much. I still vividly remember it. And
Killed
was
it, didn't
amazing.
he?
Gary Morse is
Yeah.
badass.
He is
Yeah.
the best.
It was so. I think I was 4 years old.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Gary's a sweetheart.
He is,
I haven't
yeah,
seen him in years.
He's a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Okay, best and worst concert you ever saw. You got to answer both. Go ahead, Stix.
best and worst.
Best and
concert?
worst.
Oh man, God. Worst. I
Let's
don't.
let's say most disappointed you ever were by a concert.
Oh yeah.
Let's say that. Someone that you thought was going to be amazing that just tanked.
Boy, that's a great question. Nothing like immediately comes to mind. Yeah.
Gordon?
I got one for sure. Best concert I ever saw. There's two tied. I saw Bruce Hornsby and Bonnie Raitt at Starwood.
Yeah. How old were you?
I was young 20s.
Yeah.
Kimberly and I we hadn't been married very long. And it was a beautiful night, and Bonnie Raitt came out and just rocked it, and then Bruce Hornsby came out, and No, I'm sorry. Hornsby opened for her.
Was he playing a real piano or like a
He was playing a real piano.
Yeah, I
it
love
was
him playing real
amazing.
piano. Yeah.
The other great concert I went to was when I was in college. I saw Chicago and Bela Fleck open for her.
Yes.
And Bela Fleck blew my mind. But
Fucking-
then the most disappointing thing I saw was in the early 2000s. Kimberly and I went to see Chicago and Earth, Wind and Fire at Starwood.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind and Fire came out, unbelievable. Chicago came out, and they were not good.
Really?
Made me sad.
Oh man.
Tom,
Intense.
best show was Peter Gabriel,
Yes.
1978 at the Tower Theater.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
My all-time favorite is definitely opening night of the Rock Paper Scissors Gabriel and Sting tour about in Columbus. Best concert I ever saw. I cried the entire show.
Wow.
And I had like third row seats. My two heroes together. God, it was amazing. Most disappointed you ever were in a concert?
I can't remember a disappointment, but I remember the best concert was the first one. It was Procol Harum. And
Yeah.
Guess Who opened, and it was Procol Harum was the headliner, C-Train, Guess Who, and
C-Train.
Procol Harum. I was 15 years old.
Amazing.
It was incredible. I've seen a bunch of them. I saw The Who 3 times with Keith
Yeah.
Moon.
You go to a lot of shows. You still go to a lot of shows.
And, yeah.
Bruce Bouton.
Wow.
I love the
Hey.
fact that every time I go to see a band, you're there. You are always there. It's amazing. You get out and go see music.
Yeah, I don't do
It's
that
amazing.
anymore. But I
Yeah,
used to.
right.
Hey, you should tell your homeschoolers that if they have a chance, I know tickets are expensive, but I just took Kimberly a couple weekends ago to see the Eagles at the Sphere.
Yeah.
And that is a venue like none other. If you've not been or you're thinking about going, you should see them. I think they play through April 12th.
Yeah.
But you really should.
I've heard
do
good
that.
things.
The Sphere
good
is
things.
unbelievable.
Mark, best concert you ever saw?
Best concert I ever saw was probably Paul McCartney.
Damn.
I know that's
Oh,
an easy
Early
one.
90s?
I would love to see him.
No, it was probably 08, somewhere
Wait.
there.
Yeah.
Worst?
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to Corey Wong.
Okay.
I went to Third and Lindsley, saw him, was totally blown away. Have you guys seen him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I went to see Yes at the Ryman.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
We renamed him No.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, sad.
Terrible.
Was it?
You know,
Oh.
you just
Tired?
gotta know when to stop.
Oh, it was like a cover band. Yeah, it was.
Was Steve playing?
No.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Hey, no Chris Wire.
You gotta have Steve out.
Oh yeah, Chris Fryer was
We don't have to
Yeah.
like, get like propers. I'm trying to find some.
So, let's talk real quick, and we'll shut this phone off. What do we know about the history of this amazing studio? Fame Recording Studio. And
Wilson Pickett.
When a man loves a woman.
When a Man Loves a
Hey
Woman.
Jude.
Hey Jude was done in here.
Yeah.
God, I love the Beatles.
Wilson Pickett version.
Let's go look at the control room real quick.
Yeah, go with the control.
Let's go check it out. It's upstairs. Yeah. Hey, Wes. Wes runs the joint. He is
homeschooling.
Yeah, he's responsible for booking all of the acts in here. Yeah.
Yeah, some of it.
We
yeah.
brought a lot of gear from the hood here to supplement the Fame stash.
fun stuff.
But the console was already here. This looks like the same one that was in Randy Scruggs' place. Is that what it is?
Oh, maybe, I don't know. It's a
Okay.
Neve 8232.
Killer. I love the sticker. How cool is that? All right, Wes, you've been here a long time.
Yeah.
Best and worst thing about Fame Recording Studio? Brutal honesty.
The best thing is all the people I get to work with. Case
Yes.
in point. The worst thing is some of the people I have to work with.
Great answer. Wes is a fine talent himself. Do you record a lot of your records here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All but one that we did together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great guitar player, great singer,
Oh, thanks.
sweetheart man. And he iced down our beers for us, which was
I did.
an act of a gesture of love.
Doing the Lord's work.
That's the Lord's work. Thank you.
I expect a t-shirt for that, by the way.
Honey, I got you. Anything you need. And I'm gonna shut this phone off and get out of your face, but we're looking forward to 2 fun days tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah, I'm
It's
looking
gonna be
forward to
great.
it too.
6 songs total?
I don't know. How many songs? We don't know. We just do
Hey
what we're
Lance,
told.
don't hide from the camera. 6 songs. All right, Lance. Favorite knob on the whole console?
The cut button.
Think about the legendary asses that have sat on this couch.
Hey, wait! You gotta get Steven Tyler's tramp stamp right here.
Where? What are you talking about? Steven Tyler wrote on here?
Yeah. This is Steven Tyler's handiwork.
You wrote that?
Yeah, he did all that.
Did you guys lacquer over it?
Yeah, somebody did.
That's good. That's killer, dude. Talented guy.
He is.
In many levels. You know, I worked with him a few times, and he's a lovely guy.
I didn't get to work with him. He was here before I was here, so
Such a creative force.
I'm sure.
He is. Fantastic.
I'm a fan.
Oh, me too. Me too. Okay, pre or post rehab Aerosmith? What's better?
Well, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's just different. I like pre.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right, friends. I'll leave you alone. Thanks for being on the Homeskoolin program.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.